is Michael Silak, and welcome to my channel, Michael Silak Apps, and where I am showing and building in public my iOS applications. So I will show you some of the process, I will share with you some of the problems and so on. I spent more than 34 years in high technology, starting with 3D animation, virtual reality, simulation, and a lot of interesting areas of business. So I am now using AI to build applications with my insights, with my experience, and for the sake of basically being possible now. Um I started programming when I was basically at the grammar school, at the end of the grammar school when I was like 15, 16. And I started to experiment with Pascal, Basic, Force, and other languages. And it was very exciting. So that was on my ZX Spectrum computer back then. And it was an incredible journey as I learned basic and I learned how to program the computer, how to create something. And one of my applications was basically a kind of company management for my father. Then I explored some of the user interface, new possibilities as per using icons in the environment for controlling computer. And my friend František Fuka created a ZX Spectrum program which just showed that it was a program just being managed and controlled by icons. So, and I won some student scientific competition with this, and it was really interesting to present it. I learned a lot about Apple, about Alan Kay, about Douglas Engelbart, and other people who basically brought these ideas of controlling the computer with icons, of having the computer as one, I would say, magna book or some kind of book which would include images, videos, and connection with other people. So these were the visions from the 1940s, which basically brought my interest to computers and to the long journey before this was possible. I admired Apple computers from the very beginning, and I got in some contact with them early on, and I liked the graphics, I liked the fonts, I like the text processing capabilities. But most of all, the graphics, not only the games, but the style, which was simple, artistic, and real inspiring. So I must say that I was an Apple fan really, really long, long ago, and I am up to this day. So yeah, Apple helped me basically with my journey a lot, and I remember how I used a large PC computer for many years for making presentations and visiting customers and so on. But in the end, it wasn't useful. It was just kind of very heavy, very expensive piece of hardware. And then I switched to MacBook Pro. Um what was like 12 years ago, incredible. And then I basically lived a future life. It was like just taking my computer with me, no longer having this heavy brick or the transformer to go along. I was using it on my car, I was using it on my traveling and so on. And when I was outside, I just put it on grass or in sand, and it was perfectly fine for me. And for a long time, perfect even for this computer. So it was an experience that I really left a whole new experience with this computer, and it inspired me a lot and taught me a lot about Apple and about the philosophy and values. So then I started using my first Apple phone, which was iPhone 4 Plus, and then some years later I upgraded more and more. So yeah, I'm a big fan of Apple, and I decided to support the platform with my work, with the creation of different applications, and transform my ideas into business applications, uh, to, I would say, kind of entertaining or useful applications. Don't want to say fully like games, but yeah, I have a couple of game ideas, and basically to provide value. Because throughout my life, I focused on business, I focused on creating solutions and delivering solutions using technology to my customers. So that was kind of interesting and very inspiring what technology can do. And the breakthrough came in 1991 when I learned about silicon graphics and about the possibility of making special effects for film in using silicon graphics and different kind of software. Uh, One my friend approached me and he had some idea about connecting with certain people who were influential in the film industry in our country. And thanks to that, basically 1 year later, a whole film studio with special effects was possible. And it included a film scanner, a film recorder, 3D scanner, four silicon graphic supercomputers, and one really extra powerful PC. So it was amazing what was possible at that, and it was basically a very closed configuration to what Industrial Light and Magic was able to do. And this was a basis for the special effects in the Czech Republic. So I was the first to import such configuration, and it taught me a lot about technology and what's possible. So I wanted to continue the path then in it was starting with LS research, 3D software, and then it continued with the area of simulation. It's like military simulation, which was using the very top technology available. So then I learned about virtual reality. And so basically, the very first waves of virtual reality and virtual headsets with just VGA configuration and resolution, but it was good at the time, and it was start to experience the different immersion levels, how you can immerse in the environment and present it, and it was very interesting for me. So uh, I focused on selling solutions with LS research and then with some military software. And I spent like that more than 34 years. And basically now uh, I am developing the iOS applications because that's the dream I always had, and I either didn't have time or I couldn't do the programming alone. And now I am using AI to move forward and to trans, transform my ideas into real applications for people to use. So I would be happy if you would comment on my video, if you would say your suggestions, and I'm really open to some application ideas. And because of my long business career, so I'm also able to make custom applications for companies. And that means not only like a standalone application, but a connected application to a server on the cloud, and then connecting and exchanging data, filtering them, and using AI for some really interesting stuff. So that's about me. This is my Hello World video, and I look forward to meet you or discuss with you and talk to you in the comments below or sometimes next time. Bye bye.